What's up, guys? I'm back to work on the 240 today. I'm still waiting on some parts to come in, so I can't finish it up quite yet, but I think I could throw the pedals in, get the starter bolted up, and miscellaneous stuff like that. So let's get to it. Boom.
I'm going to start by trying to drill out the hole for the clutch master cylinder. As you can see, I already have the brake pedal out. I have the manual brake pedal under here. It's supporting this tray here that looks nasty, but I'm gonna go up. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and drill away if I can. So as you can see, I got a hole. Where did it go? There we go. See, I got the hole drilled. I'm not actually very happy with the spot, so I'm gonna move it over a little bit. Alright, that hole's a little bit better, so I'm gonna use that for the actual hole saw. And go. Alright, I got it. I gotta get this out. There we go. It looks pretty centered to me. I'm gonna have to come back in here and put holes in for the hardware. So I'm gonna go grab a drill bit that will hopefully be the right size. Alright, so I wanted to give this information for anybody that might be looking for it. The hole that I'm drilling into the firewall for the clutch master cylinder is 1 3/8 or 35 mil. And I believe this is a 3/8 drill bit that I'm using for the studs or bolts. I don't honestly remember what the master cylinder uses. As you saw, I already put the hole in the firewall. I'm going to put the holes in for the studs for the clutch master cylinder. I already put the hole in for the master cylinder itself, as you saw previously. So let's get to it. Alright, there's not a whole lot of room to film under here. It's also pretty dark, but you can see the hole that we drilled for the clutch master cylinder. I'm going to try and put the holes in now for the studs. Let's see if I can do it and record at the same time. Alright, try and get it as straight as and centered as possible. So that's one hole down. It's not bad. The bit I'm using is a little bit dull, so that's not making it the easiest, but I'm gonna get the last hole done and hopefully fit the master cylinder, or make sure it fits. Come on, there we go. Alright. Let's see. So I wish I lost the charger for my smaller drill. I kind of wish I had it right now because it would make my life so much easier. This is not working as I hoped. Alright, so I smoked the last hole in. I had to kind of cock the drill to the side, so it's not that great, but it works, so I'm happy with it. As long as everything lines up, I may actually try and drill out the bracket here that you can see, because I do have S14 pedals, so it's either drill it out on here or drill out on the pedals, and it might be a little bit more convenient just to drill it out on here.
All right, so I ordered a set of manual S14 pedals. I thought that they would work. the brake pedal does not fit because of this bracket right here. This bracket hangs down a little bit too low and it gets in the way of the mounts for the steering shaft, which I had unbolted at the time, and it became kind of a pain in the ass to try and fit. So I gave up on that. I cut the automatic pedal. It was a lot easier, and I definitely recommend doing that. And I do know that the manual brake pedal off of the S14 fits. The only thing that needs to be modified is this bracket right here. If you see, there's a spot weld here that needs to be drilled out, because on the S13 this is actually on the firewall. So I'm gonna get to drilling this out and then we can throw it in the car. All right, so I'm gonna pull off these nuts and put them aside so I don't lose them, because I do not have replacements. And then I'm going to drill out the spot weld. Gone. Sweet. All right, and to show you guys, actually, the last time I was here, I didn't record anything, but I cleaned up most of the interior. I still need to clean up some of the dirt on the driver's side. I need to POR fuel spots. As you can see, there's a little bit of surface rust coming through, and actually, you can't really see anything at all. Let me get the light. Oh. Let there be light. All right, so you can see I cleaned it up quite a bit, actually, over here where it was a mess before. It's still a little dirty in some places, but I'm gonna clean it up one day when it's not super cold. Not that worried about it. I don't have a carpet or anything to actually put back, so I have time. But what I'm gonna show you guys is, like you saw in the clip, drilled off that bracket, and if we look under here and look, I'm sure if you'll be able to see that. All right, you can see the holes I have up there. As you can see, that bracket is actually already on the firewall. So I should just be able to throw the pedal in. I don't actually have the bolt for the top of the clutch pedal, but I should just be able to throw in this pedal, do that later on. It's easy enough to get to, there's plenty of room. I'm not putting the interior back in for a little bit, so I'm fine with just doing that to get the clutch master cylinder in and run the lines. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to pull the clutch pedal in by tightening these nuts down, because I drilled my holes a little bit off, so it's a little tight fit, but it'll work. Adjusted correctly, or if I have a pin in, so. I got the sleeve all bolted up. I had to drill out the holes just a little bit because the holes I drilled in the firewall were a little too separated, so I drilled them out like 1/8 of an inch, just a tiny bit, to give me enough clearance to get the studs through. All right, so now that I got the master cylinder in, I'm gonna grab the ISR auto manual line. I'm gonna throw this in just real quick. I'm gonna head out. Then I'm gonna head out because I'm tired and it's cold. So I have the AN adapter for the auto manual line, so I'm going to throw this in now, if it will thread in. There we go. So I'm gonna run this line below the master cylinder, the 90 on this side. I'm not tightening everything down yet because I'm not ready to bleed anything, so try and make sure this goes on straight. Alright, so that should be good.